What's going on, everybody? This is Ricky J. Oh man, welcome to another simulation matchup as we get geared up for UFC 251 on Fight Island. And this matchup right here, I was telling a buddy, I may be just excited for this matchup as I am for the main event, to be honest. It's for the bantamweight title. It's between Jose Aldo, the living legend, going up against Petr Yan. Oh yeah, his name's Petr, not Peter, by the way. If you want to remember how to say his name, just think of Fedor. Remember Fedor? People used to call him Fedor. With Peter, you gotta call him Petr. You just kind of have to say it fast and say the T quickly. Petr. But anyway, I cannot wait to see this fight actually happen in real life and in this simulation matchup. And just so you guys know, Yan is not in the game, so I had to actually create him. And it looks pretty good, man. I have to say, he looks pretty good. His body type, his face, it looks pretty accurate. But in real life, he's going up against the living legend in Jose Aldo. And in my opinion, as we're waiting for these guys to enter this simulation matchup powered by EA Sports UFC 3, Jose Aldo, he's going to be a pretty big underdog in my opinion. You know, he's lost his last two fights. You could argue that he doesn't deserve a title shot because he did lose his only fight at bantamweight. But in my opinion, I think he actually beat Moraes, in my opinion. It went to a decision, and the judges, I don't know what they were watching, but I felt like he won. But he's up against it. He's dealing with a guy in Petr Yan that is a beast. If you haven't seen Yan face the California kid, Uriah Faber, you got to see that fight. I know Uriah is 40 in that fight, obviously, but I've never seen a guy in the bantamweight division punch as hard as Yan was punching in that fight. Every time he threw a punch, Faber was just, it looked like he was shell-shocked by the amount of power. So I'm not saying, as I'm going to give you guys my little prediction on this fight before the simulation begins, I'm not saying that Petr is going to run through Jose Aldo, but in my opinion, I just feel like the power is going to be too much for Jose to bear. And being a bantamweight, you know, remember, he was a featherweight champ for a while, so that's 145. So he had to lose, you know, the extra 10 pounds to make it down to bantamweight. I feel like he's not going to be able to absorb the shots that Petr is going to throw at him. And it's going to be a grueling fight, in my opinion. It's not going to end early. Even though Yan believes it will end early, I think it's going to go to the third round, and Yan's going to win via KO, via stoppage, in my opinion. But let me know. I cannot wait for this fight, just because every Jose Aldo fight is exciting, man. It really is exciting. He really brings the fight to his opponents, but I just feel like he's dealing with a different beast right here. He's dealing with a younger guy, a guy that's hungry, and a guy that's ready. And I think that he's going to realize early that Petr Yan is a step above. And Jose Aldo, surprisingly, is not that old, man. Even though he's been around for an eternity at WEC action, he's only like 33 years old. But here we go, the simulation action. Let's see what Oh, nice sidestep by Aldo. Let's see what EA Sports has to offer here and see what their prediction is. And I love doing these because then after the fact, I love going back and seeing if the actual simulation was pretty accurate, and if my prediction was accurate, and if your prediction was accurate at home as well. Let me know in the comments. Who do you think's going to win, brother? Huh? Do you agree with me? Do you think Yan's going to just run right through Aldo and win via TKO? Let me know. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. And you know what? That's so crazy. Yan has some crazy striking. He has some crazy striking. You know what was cool in the Faber fight? When he was kind of taunting Uriah and they were going back and forth, and Uriah was laughing at him, you know, having a nice little time in the octagon. And then Yan just hit him with a crazy, what was it, like a straight and a hook, and then he totally dropped him. But that was just nuts. Oh man, this is so cool seeing this. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to this simulation matchup. Yan having a good early advantage, knocking down the future Hall of Famer. For sure, Aldo is going to be a Hall of Famer, that's for sure. But I won't be cheering for him. Won't be cheering for him at all. I love Yan. I just feel like he is the fresh face of the bantamweight division, and if he wins, it'll make the division very exciting to see him going up against all the top tier guys in the division. But who knows, man? Who knows? Aldo may prove me wrong, just like Glover Teixeira did. Remember that? Holy smokes, he totally proved me wrong in his last fight. Experience is key, but good ground control here by the Jan AI. But oh, as I said that, I jinxed him. I totally jinxed him. And Jan is backpedaling. But you gotta say, who has? Oh, nice. I'm telling you, Aldo is such a gamer, even in this game, But who has more power? Oh, nice uppercut followed by a takedown. Who has the best power shot in this division? Gotta say it's Jan, man. The one thing I was telling another buddy, because I talk a lot about MMA outside of YouTube, obviously, but I wish it was Aljamain Sterling that got the title shot, man. He definitely deserved it, but definitely love to see Aldo in there mixing it up with Jan. Nice, good push away. The one thing that Aldo needs to do too, man, he's got to utilize those beautiful leg kicks. You know, I feel like, I don't know, as guys get older that are leg kickers, they tend to shy away from their bread and butter. I don't know why, man. It's kind of bizarre. But he has fantastic speed, good power, underrated power. And he's got to utilize that. One of the things I remember the most was when Aldo faced Max. And obviously he lost to Max twice, but there was a moment where Max was kind of taunting him. And then Aldo, like, he dipped under and then went in for a super fast uppercut with so much power behind it. And he didn't rock Max, but he totally woke Max up. So that speed followed by his power is something that Jan definitely respects. And he definitely has to be ready for taking some shots, because like I said, this is going to be a grinder type of fight. Who says it? Like, remember John Fitch from back in the day? He would always say, every time people face me, man, it's like I put you through a meat grinder. You know, even though I may win or lose, I'm going to make you work for every part of the fight. And I feel like that's the type of fight that we're going to see. We're going to see a very tough battle for sure. I'm hoping for that too. But here we go, round two. Got to give that round to Petr Jan, man. And he's doing a nice job. Oh, nice. You know what's crazy? I don't know if you can hear me breathing, but I'm winded. I'm winded watching this. Can you believe that? Jeez, I gotta go for more runs. Gotta go for more runs. Stop hitting the weights. Go for some runs, brother. Cardio's important. But good job. But the one thing that we're seeing here is Aldo's stamina. And both guys have good stamina, but if you have to say maybe Aldo has the slight edge in stamina, I don't know, man. It's pretty even, but nice takedown by the AI Jan, looking to mix it up. And I don't think the Jan in real life is going to be going for takedowns. I feel like he feels like he has the advantage on the feet, and he's going to just pick his spots. And the one thing I'm loving about Jan is how he kind of has, in a way, that Anderson Silva style of reading guys in the first round, where he'll be a little passive. He'll read his opponent. Nice denials right here. Gets the mount. Aldo's in trouble. But then he'll look for those openings and then capitalize on those really slim openings. Uh-oh. Aldo's got to be careful right here. And I love that in a fight when you see guys not just throwing, you know, quantity shots that are missing. Guys that are being calculated and really reading their opponents, looking for patterns, looking for those tendencies that I'm pretty sure they see on video, and taking advantage of their opportunities. And what we're seeing here, man, in this AI matchup is Jan utilizing this surprising ground game, man. Huh? Getting the top position and forcing Aldo to suck wind. And that's another question too, man. Can Aldo keep a high pace that he's used to keeping when he's in the bantamweight division, man? Because, you know, when you suck that I'm sorry, I'm stuttering over my words, but when you drain that water, it sucks the life out of you, doesn't it? When you lose all that water weight and try to replenish, you still feel weak, man. You still feel like you're not your 100% self. You know, remember, I don't know if you guys remember Mike Quick Swick. He was tearing it up in the middleweight division, and then he ended up facing Okami. and then he lost. And then he decided to go down to the welterweight division. That's 15 pounds less, man. And he thought he was going to challenge GSP, and he could never do it because he felt like he was so drained. Uh-oh, Aldo's in trouble right here. And Aldo, I feel like, is going to face that same kind of impact that most guys face when they drop down in weight. And Mike Swick, man, he just couldn't get it going in welterweight. He looked good. He just seemed drained, and he couldn't take a shot like he could in middleweight. Even Dillashaw. Remember Dillashaw Cejudo? Man, that was the most shocking finish of a fight, if you ask me, man, because Dillashaw looked amazing. You know, taking out Cody Garbrandt twice. And then I thought for sure he was going to beat Cejudo. And then he went down in weight. That's the thing, man. He went down in weight, and he just couldn't take a shot like he's used to. I don't know. I stopped taking biology after grade 11. But what's the whole science behind that? You know, when you're not fully hydrated, your brain can't take the impact. It's just crazy how when guys drop weight, they just can't take shots like they're used to. But anyway, can't wait to see this fight, man. Can't wait to see what happens. But in this simulation fight, it's a seesaw battle, but I'm still giving the advantage to Petr Yan, man. He's doing good, but he's got to watch out for that stamina. Holy, we're already in the third round. And Aldo needs to throw some kicks, man. Use his kicks. Use his footwork and try to keep busy. But he also has to manage his stamina as well. And every time Petr hits him with a shot, look at the top left, baby. His head health is getting flashed. Oh, and he's rocked. But why did Yan go for a takedown? Why did he do it? And he's got to be aware of the jiu-jitsu of Aldo, man. Brazilian jiu-jitsu all the way, brother. Huh? You got to be mindful when you're on the mat with Aldo. Do you think the fight's going to take place on the mat? I feel like this fight is going to be, and you guys all know it, man, it's going to be 95% on the feet, and maybe 5% in the clinch. A good job by the AI right here, the Yan AI, doing a nice job, gets the denial. Is he going to go for a submission? And if you're wondering about Yan, geez, what's his record? He's like 14-1. He lost to a fellow Russian, or is he from Belarus? I could be wrong. I don't have his stats right in front of me, but his name was Magomedov. It's not like the most interesting name, but he lost by decision, and then he avenged his loss in 2017 and beat Magomed by decision in 5 rounds, something like that. I'm pretty sure I'm accurate with that, but he has a fantastic record. He's young and hungry for the title. But the one thing, though, his wife just had a kid, their second kid. So this was just maybe 3-4 days ago. So where is his head at? That's another question you have to ask yourself. Where is your head at, man? You just had a kid, and now you're ready to get into a fight. And did he get enough training partners? I was watching an interview with Aldo, and Aldo definitely got his training in. He trained really hard. He's in the best shape of his life. They always say the same thing, but I believe Aldo when he's saying that. But with Yan, man, did he get enough time to train as hard? I'm pretty sure he did. But was he missing time because he was in the hospital waiting for his kid? But it messes with you. I don't know if you have kids. And believe it or not, people, I have kids. Can you believe it? Ricky J has kids, man, and it messes with your mind. You really can't do much a week after your babies are born. So I don't know. Hopefully Jan's head is screwed on tight and he's focused for this matchup. Oh, and he wasn't focused right there. Getting dropped by Aldo. And that's the thing with Aldo too, man. He is never out of a fight. Oh, and what's Yan doing? Shooting for takedowns. Desperation takedowns. And all this talk and all this jabba has this fight now sway to Aldo. Just like that. Unbelievable. And that's the thing, Yan can't be taking him lightly. In an interview, he did say, he's like, I'm looking to finish him in the first round. And he can't be taking Aldo lightly. It's so funny. I'm not a fighter, obviously, but I would never make that type of prediction. If I was a fighter, I would always give the same type of prediction of the fight. Just because in the case that I would lose, I wouldn't embarrass myself. So I would always say, you know what, I respect my opponent. My opponent is an amazing fighter. You know, he's done a lot of good things in his career, and I'm just looking to, you know, make the fight competitive and focus on my strengths. I had a great training camp, and I wish my opponent the best, but I'm going to be going out there and trying to put it on him, and if all goes well, I'll get the W. Something like that, because then you don't have to eat your words after. But Jan's like, I'm going to finish him in the first round, man. But you got to be cocky. So I shouldn't say you got to be cocky. You got to be confident. And look at this. Jan coming back after getting hurt, and now he's rocked Aldo again. And Aldo's on skates right here, man. He is hurt, and he's backing away. It's crazy how this simulation fight, the momentum has totally turned. And you got to respect Jan's power. In my opinion, he's the best power puncher in this division. Look at this. Aldo came off the stool with too many cervezas. He misses the kick right there. And he is just on wobbly legs. Look at Aldo. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He is hurt, but he's still fighting back. Look at this. He is still fighting back, powering his way forward. Oh, no. He did not block his head right there, and he gets shut off. What round are we in? Oh, my gosh. Is this the 4th round? So my prediction, people, is just like this one. Jan by KO or by TKO. I'm going to say the 3rd round. Let me know your thoughts. I cannot wait. UFC 251 Fight Island. And don't forget, man, they're going to drop the trailer for EA Sports UFC 4, the video game, man. Can't wait for that. But thank you so much if you're still watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in a few days. All right, guys? Take care. All the best.